Most federal universities have this, some private schools have this. Should I study medicine in a federal university, private university, or a state university? So, testimony is asking, how do I reach the cutoff mark to get medicine and surgery? We are majorly answering questions that people often ask about medical school. So, I would implore you to watch this video to the end because it's going to be a fun and an educating one. Let's get into it. You're welcome once again to Medical School Q&A with Tutor Enoch, and this is a series I've been working on, and this is the second part of this series. So if you have not watched the first, please, I would implore you to do that. If you want to study medicine in Nigeria, or have ever wished to study medicine in Nigeria, or want to know what it takes to study medicine in Nigeria, maybe it's for the weak or for the strong, for the brilliant or for anybody. First question for today, this person is asking, should I study medicine in a federal university, private university, or a state university? I would say that depends on two things: your choice and the money that you're willing to spend as well. And yes, the first medical school in Nigeria was a federal one owned by the government, and there are state universities that also offer medicine and surgery, and there are private universities. So it depends on the numbers. So let me give you some factors that can help you make a reasonable decision about choosing the school that you want to study in. So the first thing you should look out for is the standard. What is the standard of medicine in this school I'm going for? That's the first question you want to ask. How much good doctors? How good is this medical school? How would you say the doctors that are produced from here are seen in the outside world? So you want to ask these questions. Once you can verify that this is a very solid school and the instruments and everything that you need to be a good doctor are being provided, I'll say you can go ahead, whether it's high price or the price is normal. So that's the first thing you should ask. And some federal universities have this. Most federal universities have this in terms of the lecturers, in terms of the materials, in terms of the resources that you need to learn. And also some private schools have this, but I'm not sure it's all. So you want to confirm very well. The next thing you should confirm is the accreditation. Is this medical school accredited already? Because some can promise you the hope of accreditation while still pursuing your medical school degree. So you might end up in 600 level and probably you are not able to get the accreditation already. So you'd have to wait until you get the accreditation before you get your certificate. So make sure it's accredited before you go there. It is very important. I'm telling you, it's very important. Then the next is economic stability. Yes, you don't want to try something that you can't continue later on. So make sure that, okay, calculate how much it will take you to spend from your 100 level to your 600 level. Calculate it with something that you can cover at each level. For example, maybe you plan on going to a private university and they pay 3 million naira in each level. So is 3 million naira something I can pay each year? If that is you, then you should go for it. Or for some people that cannot do that, maybe you are coming to a federal university and they are paying 300,000. Is 300,000 10% of that? Is this something I can pay? If yes, and if it aligns with the first two qualities, I'll say you should go for that. So it totally depends on these factors. So there's no one size fits all university for studying medicine. It depends on the factors I've just mentioned. So Precious is asking, is studying medicine in all universities the same thing? First, all universities don't offer medicine. There are some selected number of universities that offer medicine and surgery. Make your research very well about the school that you plan on studying in. Do your research, watch YouTube videos like this, and make sure that this is what you want and this is what suits you. So medical school and there are several things that make them different. First, the grading system might not be the same thing. Like I said, distinctions in some schools are 70, some schools 75, and some schools 80. Some schools, being a medical student in some schools offer you to some certain global opportunities than being a medical student in some other schools. And also being a medical student in some schools ensure that after you become a doctor, there are so many more opportunities open to you. They have a very good alumni base. So studying medicine is not the same in all schools at all. So the next question is, testimony is asking, how do I reach the cutoff mark to get medicine and surgery? So the first thing is, your cutoff mark is usually calculated by your JAMB score and your post-UTME score. Sometimes your YX score, your O-level result. So once you can get a very good score, I think anybody that wants to study medicine should target 320 plus and nothing less. It just gives you higher chances. If you can target 340, please target that, because the way these JAMB scores are just increasing, it's becoming alarming. So please make sure you do your best to get a very good score in your JAMB, your post JAMB, and your O level, so that when you merge these scores together, it can put you at a higher advantage to getting your desired course. Okay, so this person is asking, do you have to write an exam to move into the clinical stage or the hospital, the college hospital? Yes, you have to write an exam. So let me even break down the exams you have to write in your medical school journey. So the first is you write 4 MBs. It's called professional exams. So you're going to write 4 of them if you are studying MBBS. And depending on your school too, different schools have the different numbers, but it's usually almost like the same thing. Some schools call their 100 level exams MB1, while some schools start the MB1 from the anatomy, physiology, and biochemistry. So it's still the same concept, but the numberings might just be different. So your MB1 is going to entail anatomy, physiology, and biochemistry, and this is what would enable you to cross into the hospital, into the college hospital. For example, for UniBen students, when you pass this exam, you're going to cross to UBTH, and the pass mark for this exam is 50%. And yeah, I told you about the distinction marks. Distinction mark is 70% in some schools and 80 in some other schools. So when you pass this exam, you'll be qualified to get into your clinical stage. Yeah, so there's an exam to write. So after this, you are now going to do your MB2, your MB3. MB2 is made up of pathology and pharmacology, and here is where you'll be doing clinical rotations in different wards, but you'll be doing your pathology and pharmacology as well, while your MB3 is obstetrics, OB-GYN, obstetrics and gynecology, and pediatrics. Then your MB4 is medicine and surgery. So that is the breakdown of the exams that we write. But for dental students, you write another MB. I think is MB5. I think that one will be basically for dental surgery or something like that. I'm not really so sure, but yeah, you write more MBs than the people that are doing dentistry. So one of these days I'll create a video about dentistry and medicine. I actually sincerely think dentistry is tougher. It's tougher than medicine because you're like specializing right from your PSC stage. So this next question is from Aisha, and she's asking that she heard that they don't use CGPA in medical school, so I should tell her about it. So yes, we don't use CGPA while from our preclinical stage to our final year stage, but in 100 level, which is a preliminary. So medical school is divided into your preliminary, your preclinicals, and your clinicals, right? So in your preliminary, that's your 100 level, you do your science courses, your preclinicals, anatomy, physiology, and biochemistry, while your clinicals would involve other advanced courses like pathology, OB-GYN, medicine, and surgery, and the likes, right? So yeah, we don't use CGPA. I don't know if there's any school that uses it, but my school, the College of Medicine, University of Ibadan, doesn't use CGPA. Yeah. So what the metric we use is distinctions. We use distinctions, and here I'm feeling my school right now because my school is the only school in Nigeria that has, if I'm right, I'm very sure I think I'm very right. My school is the only school in Nigeria that has our distinction mark to be 80 over 100. So when other schools like Unilags, medical students are shouting that I had a distinction, and they come to you and be like, that your distinction is not even anywhere here, because theirs is 70. Some schools is 75, but here, that's why they call it the first and the best. It's 80. So it's much tougher, but people do get it. So you can see that we are good over here.